Good evening, folks. This is Hans Last here, and just making sure my camera's all in and adjusted here. Today's date is October 24th, 2022. And some of you, the purpose of this video is to update you folks on my state of the vision loss that I've been dealing with for the last 5 years. Actually, it started about this time in 2017. Well, actually, in the summer month, I started noticing things were a little off, but anyway, this is going to be my vision loss and what I found out, and I'm going to be leading up to what has happened and where things stand. So, anyway, here we go. So, as of today's date, my vision loss is now permanent as of Friday. So, if you've been following my channel, you've known that I've started having problems back in 2017, and I've been keeping a low, I haven't really done videos for some time. Now, my channel, my earlier channel since the early days up to about 2015, I've been doing videos walking around and stuff like that. But then in 2017, my vision changed, started going down, deteriorating. So, subsequently I've been going back and forth with living in the States and all that. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with that. But, so, anyway, on November in 2017 I went to the doctor, to the ophthalmologist, and he checked and didn't know what it was and told me to come back in January. And at that point he told me my cornea started swelling up. And I started having swelling on the cornea, which later would be found out to be keratoconus. So then I went back in March and I started going to some specialists in Toronto. And I was passed to 3 different specialists back and forth with little results. And the cornea was supposed to be transplanted, and then there was also a cataract as well. So they replaced the cataract first and put a new lens in there, about $800, which had to come all the way from Holland. And then that didn't do anything, so then the doctor here in St. Catharines, when he learned about this, he was not too impressed, and so he checked, and eventually, and then had me go back to the one cornea specialist who kept saying the pressure was high, and kept on insisting that is, and so I finally told him, I said, I'm not getting anywhere, and the doctor, that specialist in Toronto, said, I can't do nothing until the pressure is down. So I told the doctor here that what was going on, and so he just last year did a cornea, in November last year agreed to do a cornea transplant, which was supposed to happen in late February, early March, but then COVID hit, and so that delayed it, and was finally done on the 16th. And through none of this, there was no improvement. It was actually started going downhill, like even worse. And then the cornea was transplanted, and the doctor was very concerned about that there would be complications, retinal detachment, pain, discomfort, that kind of thing. And so he cautioned me, and I said, well, I don't have much to lose, so let's go for it. So on June 16th, the cornea was transplanted. And I went and had some checkups, and in July he did a check to see how the retina was doing, and everything was fine. So I would return in August, and everything fine. In September, okay, well, I thought I was seeing light, but then October 5th I wasn't seeing any light. They were putting the routine with the flashlight, turning lights off and on. Nothing. So the doctor does an ultrasound, and he tells me, your retina has recently become detached. So he gets me into a specialist, and I did some checking on the internet, and it said that it's considered an emergency situation. Well, it was so much of an emergency. The doctor did get me, and finally I did get called last Wednesday the 19th to get in to see a retina specialist on Friday at St. Michael's Hospital, Dr. David Wong, who told me that no, there's nothing we can do. Your retina is very stiff, and he said we can't do nothing. He compared the analogy to doing CPR on a body that's been dead for a few weeks or a month or so. It just wasn't happening. And doing anything would be painful and a lot of discomfort and would not be worth the effort. So I basically joined the realm of the blind community, the blind world, where people don't see, and so with the world of permanent vision loss. So I kind of am not surprised, but I am disappointed. But I'm not really surprised because, well, it wasn't getting any better, and so I wasn't really shocked, but I was a little bit upset, but I just took it in stride and decided that, okay, it is what it is. Other people have this problem too. The eyes don't work, but the rest of me is still fine. So I can still go do things, I just have to do things differently. And some of you have seen some of my videos, my more recent ones, where I've been walking around with my weight cane, and including the last one prior to this video, walking up the steps to Gale Crescent, where I walk and get disoriented. That should be in the channel here. Just, I think it'll be the one before this one, if the YouTube puts them in chronological order. So from here on forward, it's going to be just, I have to do the best I can. And I'll still do videos, they're not going to stop. They may not be as like walking around videos, but I'm going to be talking about stuff and showing some things, me walking and such. So I will be doing some of that. And I don't know how frequently the videos will be, but I'll try to do something at least, at least 1 month, once or twice a month. I don't want to give a consistent schedule because I don't know. I could be in a week or two, or next month or 2 or 3, there's just no, so just feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and it'll let you know when videos do come up. So I will try to be, not go too far, too much time gap between videos. But there's just going to be some thoughts about some things and other things. And just some things in my life, just my day-to-day life as a blind person. And unfortunately it's in the minority, because most people that are considered blind, it's part of a spectrum, because some people, they can't see as well. I never did have full sight before, so I could see quite well out of this left eye. And my right eye I could never see, and that's had a prosthetic eye since 1993. But it's interesting. When I think back to going to this doctor in 1993, he said, I don't remember exactly the exact wording he said, but he said, that the right eye was no good, the left eye, there was no telling if it would last, if it wouldn't last, but he said 20, 25 years maybe. He didn't know. So, well, his prediction unfortunately may have come true, if that had anything, if there was something going on, because this doctor at that time was very serious and didn't say much. And because some doctors that can be very chatty and talkative, they'll tell you, yeah, or they'll be very rigid, very formal, very businesslike, and just, okay, it is what they tell you, what they have to tell you, and that's it, But this specialist, he was at St. Michael's Hospital, he was very good. He put his hand on my shoulder and told me there's nothing we can do. And my aunt, who was with me, thanked him, and I, of course, agreed with him too, thanked him for the honesty. So from here on in, I fortunately don't see with the eye, but this is my weight cane, folded up, of course. That will be my travel aid, and of course my smartphone. Let me get this put back, which my iPhone SE2 right now. That, of course, is subject to change. Oh, okay. So this is my iPhone SE2 that you have got navigation. I've got some Seeing AI, and I've got a couple other navigation apps called Microsoft Soundscape, and another one called Lazarillo. L-A-Z, or L-A-Z. Yeah, L-A-Z Arillo, I believe it is, spelling of it. And so that's navigation, good maps outdoors. So with that, and just asking Siri, where am I? And so and the compass, of course, like every iPhone has the compass, which of course will help with navigating directions. So that'll help with traveling around here. Well, of course I won't have to turn lights on. Of course, now I've got one on for this video that I'm producing. So, and a computer, I've got JAWS, Job Access with Speech, and NVDA, which stands for Non-Visual Desktop Access. I might show a little bit of that, how I use the computer as well. So, and my smart speaker, my A-Lady, when I say A-Lady, because the actual word will trigger it, which I don't want to do that right now. So, and a talking watch, well actually I can't use it as a watch because the band is busted on it, so, and that tells me the time, and of course on my smartphone and my smart speaker. So it's not the end, it's just different. And so that's the way I'm looking at things. So it's going to be hard. When hearing people talk about things, what they're seeing, like coming back from Toronto, the relative, you know, like there were 5 of us in the vehicle, 2 aunts and 2 uncles plus myself, and everyone was talking amongst themselves how conversation, no, it's been a long time since I've been here, look at that over there, and yeah, I see those people that they're working, and I don't know if it was for me to, but they were just saying, well, they were going, and yeah, look at all those bikes, those bike stands over there, and then coming back over the Burlington Skyway, which is along the QEW just outside of Hamilton, which is about 45 minutes from here, coming back this way, was a beautiful, beautiful sunset, which of course I did not get to enjoy that. And, you know, it's knowing that I won't be able to enjoy any of those things that I used to do. And I've got hundreds of pictures saved up. I got some photo albums with pictures, and on my computer I won't be able to enjoy those now. But I still have videos, still got some VHS with videos. I can still get some out of that. So, like I say, my life is not a total loss. So I'm just going to make the best of it. And if you believe in prayer, you know, just ask to give me the strength. And your thoughts, just keep going, because I know this happens all the time. To lots of people, and you know, it just amazes me to hear people. At least it's not like some people, how they're just one day they're just living normal, and within days they're just nothing. And others, they go like for years, like mine was, fortunately, was a 5-year and very gradual. And speaking of seeing, I do not see pitch black, even though there's no external light. It's the brain, I think, is trying to compensate and try to produce the light, so I'm not just seeing pitch dark, pitch black. I'm seeing red, orange. I may have described in previous videos where I talk about my vision loss. So that's the way it's going to be, looks like, from now on, unless maybe some 10, 15 when I'm old and ready to wind my life down, they come up with some kind of technology that we'll see. And so, because I know it's out there, it's just a matter of affordability, having access to it. So with that, I will wrap this up, and I want to thank everyone for viewing, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, or the like button, and the notification bell. So with that, this is Hands Last, and I'm probably out of camera focus. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, folks, I hope I probably saw the side of my head. I should have checked it, and I'm sorry if you see the side of my head. But anyway, folks, I'm out of here. I'm closing this off. So, folks, have a good day, and see you on the other side, as they say. Well, I won't see you, I'll hear you, really. But you'll see me, but I won't see anything. So, take care.